Well, got a few headwinds after a big rally last week. Hey, it's Eric Osnes here with ericismybanker.com and CMG Home Loans with my weekly update on mortgage rates for the week ending November 10th on a blustery, wet northwest afternoon. Well, after a blockbuster rally last week, mortgage rates backtracked a little bit this week. Were some of the reasons intentional? Well, there were three key events that kept rates from heading even lower this week. Number one, Federal Reserve Governor Bowman, a lawyer by trade and not an economist. She still believes the Fed needs to hike rates more. She cited higher energy prices, a rebound in the housing market, and higher average hourly earnings as the reasons. All those things went down in October. I don't know what she's talking about. Number two, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. Last week, he made a dovish speech stating that the current financial and credit conditions would slow the economy and wouldn't require additional Fed hikes. This week, he flip-flopped on that, saying if appropriate, the Fed would not hesitate to tighten monetary policy. Number three, a terrible 30-year Treasury auction happened yesterday. With such huge deficits, our government cannot run on tax revenues alone. We have to borrow, and borrow heavily. The way we do that is by selling Treasury securities. If there's not sufficient demand, the yield or the rate is increased until there is. One of the biggest buyers of our bonds is China, and they were largely absent from yesterday's auction. That could be because ICBC, China's largest bank and the largest bank in the world, was hit by a cyber attack on Thursday and was unable to participate. Rates for the week were slightly higher, but still almost 0.5% below our all-time highs. Here are the national averages. Conventional 30-year fixed rate, 7.56%. That's up 0.18 from a week ago. 15-year fixed rate, 6.92%, up 0.17. 30-year fixed rate, FHA and VA, 6.91, up 0.2. And 30-year fixed rate jumbo, 7.87%, up 0.12 from a week ago. Moving on, let's keep your credit safe for the holiday season. Shopping season is here, and always that brings out the fraudsters, and they are more sophisticated than ever. So here's a few things that you all should do to keep your credit safe this holiday season, and all year long for that matter. Number one, review your credit frequently. You can obtain a free copy of your credit report from all three credit bureaus at annualcreditreport.com. Not freecreditreport.com, annualcreditreport.com. And right now, you can actually access your credit report weekly through December 31st, 2023. That could possibly be extended as well. Now, these inquiries, if you're checking your own credit, will not show up as an inquiry on your credit report. It will not have any effect at all on your credit score. Number two, freeze your credit. That prevents anybody from pulling your credit without your authorization. You can do that for free as well. I'll post on the links here the three sites. You want to freeze it with all three bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. If you do need to apply for credit, I need to pre-approve you for a mortgage or something like that, you can temporarily lift the freeze on those within a few minutes online. Just don't forget your passwords. Number three, block the bureaus from selling your information. These are called trigger leads, and they are super annoying. If you apply for credit, the credit bureaus will often sell your information to hundreds of telemarketers. They then use AI to get your contact information together and then hammer you with phone calls and texts and emails. I recently had a client receive over 100 phone calls from telemarketers within minutes of my credit pull. You can prevent this nefarious activity and prevent the credit bureaus from selling your information at a free government site called optoutprescreen.com. Be sure to sign up for that. It can sometimes take 48 hours before that goes into effect, so sooner the better on that. And finally, think twice before clicking on that link. I know this is common sense, but there's an article, it seems like every week, from somebody that falls for one of these types of scams. Just be cautious on clicking any online links, especially lately it's the shipping notice links I've seen a lot come in, and as you're doing a lot of online shopping, you're going to probably see some are legit, some are not. The safe bet, just go to the site where you made the purchase and check the status directly through that safe site. I'd like to wish also all of you a very happy Veterans Day. I am so grateful for the service and the sacrifices our veterans have made to keep us safe and free. To all of you currently serving or those that have already served, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And thank you for reading and watching my updates. I hope that they bring you useful information. I'm always available to answer questions and also to help solve those personal financial story problems. You can call me 206-915-3742. You can email me, eric@ericismybanker.com, or look for me on social media. Just look for Eric is my banker and you'll find me, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and get all these regular updates plus a lot of other cool stuff. That's all I've got for this weekend. I hope you have a wonderful Veterans Day, and I'll talk to you next week.